All right, well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another exciting day in mathematics. Warm-up number 5 is on the screen. Let's get started, please. So, by now, you should be able to do number 1 by yourself. Number 2, copy that onto your notes, and I'll guide you through that one because some of you might have forgotten how to write an equation from a line. So, if you did, that's okay. I'm just trying to bring things back one step at a time. I'll give you guys some time. And just FYI, BTW, this session is being recorded. Just giving you a heads up. And I'm going to upload this session onto the YouTube channel at the end of the day. So if you need to revisit, just revisit the lesson. All right? All right, let's get cracking. Let's go. All right. To be done with number 1 and just copied number 2 if you kind of forgot how to write an equation. So let's get the show on the road. Number 1, for the sake of time, I'm going to organize that in ascending order. 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, and 10. And of course you did that first. Appreciate that. It's frozen. Oh. Let it go, let it go. There it is. All right. First, let's start with the mean. Mean. Show your neighbor the mean. What you got for the mean? All right. Thank you, guys. Go with Camila. What'd you get? Mean. 5.3, and I'm going to put the wiggles approximately. There it is. Hands, have you got that? Something close? All right. Let's go with the median. Median. Now, this is a tricky one because there's nothing in the middle. You're like, what? Yeah, well, one from the right, one from the left. Again and again. Is there anything in the middle? So what shall we do? You take the 2 closest numbers to the middle, add them, and divide by 2. So therefore, 5 plus 6 divided by 2, that's 11 divided by 2, that is 5.5. 5.5. So this is our median. Mode. Tell your neighbor what you wrote for mode. What did you write for mode? All right. Who wrote 0? That is incorrect. Who wrote no mode? That is correct. Yeah, so be careful. Yeah, be careful not to give a numerical answer in that case right there. And last but not least, our range. 10 minus 1 is 9. There it is. All right, not bad. Let's go to the problem number 2. Now, I wanted to bring this to your attention because today we're going to extend what we did yesterday, finish off, and do some practice here in class. But we need this portion. It says, write an equation for the line. This is a linear equation. And for those of you that forgot, to start to write an equation, we always start with y equals mx plus b. Write that down, please. Y equals mx plus b. In case you forgot, the letter m stands for slope. In other words, rise over run. That is correct. Rise over run. The rise is either up and down, and the run is always to the right. The plus b is known as our y-intercept. Y-intercept. Or where the line touches the y-axis. So here we go. To write our equation for this line, I write y equals blank x blank. And I'm going to start with the easiest part, which is the y-intercept. So turn to your neighbor, let them know where is that line touching the y-axis. Where is that line touching the y-axis? This is our x, this is our y. What do you guys think? About 1.5? Yeah, I'll take that. 1.5, here's 1, here's 2, 1.5. That's fine. So we'll do plus 1.5. To find the slope, here we go. To find the slope, I need to go from one point to another that are on the line. So I'm going to pick this point and this point. So I need to get to that point right there. So that means I go either up or down. In this case, I have to go up and then make a right turn and go to that spot. So where am I here at this point? I'm at what? And I'm going up to what? So that's 2 steps. I make a right turn. So here I'm at 1, and I have to go all the way up to what? 5. So how many steps? 4. So that means my rise is 2, my run is 4. And then we just simplify, which is y equals 1/2 x plus 1.5. Bam! Let's go. How we got it? Got it? Yes? All right. All right, copy the agenda, please. Agenda, warm-up number 5, best fit line, independent practice. And I'm going to give you the weekend off, no home play. How about them apples? Yeah, we got this. And then let me send you a code so you can send me your warm-up once you're done copying the agenda. And record that. Oh, here he goes. My peripheral vision. Anyways, I'm going to walk you through what we did yesterday to make sure everybody's on the same page. Don't get any papers out because we're going to be using the same one that we started yesterday. And it reads, I can model linear relationships, also known as best fit lines. Then I asked the question, what is the concept for today? Tell your neighbor again what the concept for today is. That is correct, linear relationships and best fit lines. From there, we went to our prayer model. We got a definition, example, non-example. However, focus. What was the one thing to remember about best fit lines? Remind your neighbor, hashtag what? Yeah, straight line. So everybody remembers that in the definition. It's a straight line. I gave you guys an example and a non-example and a hashtag. We moved on. I had you copy determining association. We filled out that, and we got no association, positive, and negative. Is that correct? From there, we did an activity about shoe sizes. And then we filled out information. I asked the information from one of your colleagues. They gave me that, and I laid out the information here. So far, so good, yes? All right. So this is where we left off. According to this problem, it says, graph the data and identify the best fit line. Do I have those 2 pieces? Yes. However, I want you to go the extra step. The extra step is to write the equation of the line. So on your notes, write this down, please. Y equals mx plus b, wherever you wrote your graph. Y equals mx plus b. Now, I already gave you a quick review on the warm-up for this, but here it goes one more time. Y equals blank x blank. And I'm going to start with the plus b. Remind your neighbor what the plus b stands for, please. What does plus b stand for? The y-intercept. So, what shall I write here according to my graph? Let me zoom in. Look up. What do you guys think? 0.75, okay, I'll take that, plus 0.75. The M stands for slope. That means I need 2 points on the line. This point and this one that's touching right there. So to get from here to here, I need to go up, and I need to make a right turn to that point. So here we go. How many steps do I take up, guys? 1, that is correct, because I'm going from 1 to 2. Now here, where am I at x? I'm at 5, and where am I headed? Over here, which is what? So therefore, how many steps? 6. So my slope is 1 over 6. 1 over 6, and then I just write my equation, y equals 1/6x plus 0.75. Yeah? All right. How are we doing? Good? All right. So, now that we did a couple of examples writing the equation from the line, now we're going to do the problem that I was going to assign you for home plate, but I said we're going to do in class. Is that correct? So let me send it to your screen. Let me go back to that problem. Let's see. Actually, no. Copy this one, please, on your paper. Example Q. One more practice. It says, example Q, graph the data and identify the best fit line. And here's a table. X is 2, 3, 5, 1, 4, 3, 9. Y is 1, 6, 2, 4, 3, 7, 9. Copy that, please. And let me send that to your screen. All right. So, since you already copied the data, let's move on. Thank you for staying focused. All right, to the right of that, let's make quadrants to graph. Here we go. Here's my y-axis, my x-axis, let's see, what's the smallest value for x? Smallest is 1. What is the largest? 9. So that means label is 0, and then we start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The y, we got the lowest is 1, the highest is 9, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Next, let's plot our points on your paper. Here it goes. First one, 2, 1. 2 of x, 1 of y. Next one, 3, 6. 3, 6. Next one, 5, 2. Next one, 1, 4. Next one, 4, 3. Next one, 3, 7. Last one, 9, 9. So look at that data, follow the correlation, so you never if it's a positive, negative, or no correlation. Positive, negative, or no correlation. Yeah, notice it starts little by little building up, and it ends up way over there. It is a positive correlation. So check this out. Look up. If I sketch my best fit line, look up to the screen. Will this be a best fit line? Let's see. No, because it doesn't even hit any of the points. How about there? No, because we have a bunch of points above, none below. How about there? 4 above to below, it's still too many above. How about there? Yeah, 3 and 3, and it hits that 1. And some of you are like, didn't we say more than 1, Mr. Q? Well, how about we plot this one right here? What is that one known as? Tell your neighbor. What is the name of that one? Origin or the y-intercept, yes? All right, so now that I have the line and you have it in front of you, I want you to do the computation for finding me the equation for that line. There it is. I started you off, y equals mx plus b. Find me the equation to that line. Then I'm going to have you share your notes on the screen in a little bit. Go. All right. So we said plus 0. So far, so good. Next, you need the slope. Hopefully you did this. You said 2 points, this one and this one. So how many steps up? How many to the right? 9 over 9. So this is y equals 1x. We don't need to write the 0, and we are done. All right, send me your notes, please, on the screen. Appreciate it. All right. So far, best fit lines from 1 to 5. How comfortable do you feel? 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest. Show me what you where you're at so far with best fit lines. Got 5, 4s, 3s, 4s, 5s. Yeah, we're getting there. We just need practice, right? All right. So as promised, I said today we're going to work on the home plate problem here in class. So here's the home plate problem from the day before, which is this one. I'm going to send it to your screen. So this is what I want you to do. On paper, copy the table. So if you want to turn the paper over, that's fine. And label study hours, that's going to be our X. And the grade would be our Y. Then on your paper, you're going to make a quadrant like this. Once again, this is X, and this is Y. So study hours, we said, is X. Is that correct? So the smallest value is 0, and it goes all the way up to 5. So I start at 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How about for grade? What's the smallest grade that we have here? 60. So we're going to start at 60. And what do we do when we did the shoe size? We went by halves. Is that correct? And we're going to go all the way up to 92. That means 95. So I'm going to go 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95. I'll give you guys some time to copy that and set it up. All right. By the sounds of it, you already finished copying the table, setting up for your quadrant. Focus, please. Here we go. What is the first thing we do? We need to plot all our points onto our quadrant. So with your neighbor, start plotting those points. Get some help, please. If you're missing any points, plot them in there. And then I want you to draw a best fit line. Make sure you agree with your neighbor what a best fit line will be for all that data that you're going to plot. I'll give you a head start. Go. All right. Thank you for sharing with your neighbor. Here we go. I'm going to plot my points. I got 384, 384, 277, 592, 170, 060, 490, 375. Best fit line. Look up. How about that? Should I bring it down? If I bring it down there, no. How about there? No. What do I do? What is it? Nothing? Okay, let me pause the music because I think we're a little bit distracted. Because if this was a regular week, I would do a pop party right after this. Oh, yeah. Straight up and down like that. So question, do I leave it like that? Do I move it? What do you want me to do? Straighter? Right there? Like that? Starting at 65? 60? 75? 70? I'm going to leave it right here. Yeah, about 65. All right. So with that said, it's intersecting 2 points at least. This one and this one. Therefore, part number 2, y equals mx plus b. Write me the equation for that line. Once you write it, share with your neighbors, see if they got the same thing as you. Remember, y-intercept and slope. Go. So once again, we went from here to there. It was 22 steps. From here to here, it was 4 steps, so that's 22 over 4. Divide that. That gives us 5.5x plus 65. We said that x represents the study hours. That's how many they're asking for? 6. So predict what would be the percentage of that student. Then Mireya is going to pass it to someone. All right, Mireya, pass someone so they can elaborate and help us how to find the prediction. Lali, what do I do? Okay, 98%. Let's double check. 5.5 times 6 plus 65. This multiplied times that, that's 30 and 3, so that's y equals 33 plus 65, and that gives us 98. Ooh-wee. Oh yeah, we got this. Next, letter D. Question. Now, let me pause the music really quick. Could that line go forever? Think about it. Don't say it out loud. Think about it. Could that line go forever? What does it mean, Mr. Q? Yeah, it's about study hours and grades. Could it go forever? Why or why not? Talk it over to your neighbor. Could that line go forever? All right. Lolly, pass someone. What do you think, Vivi? No. Okay. Why not? Let's go. That is correct. That is correct. The line cannot go forever because, number one, the percentage goes up to 100, right? However, study hours, some of you might study like a bunch, and I'm just going to be realistic with you. You can study a lot, very good. But there comes a point, guys, that if you put in, let's say, 40 hours of study in 2 days, sometimes it becomes a little bit overbearing and you're more tired than ready for whatever it is you're going to go and test. Does that make sense? So make sure you are realistic with your study time and so on and so forth. Send me a picture of your notes, please. I want to see what you did on the screen. Okay, send it with your neighbor. Okay, guys, so our objective was to model linear relationships. Have we been doing that? Yes. Have we been finding best fit lines? Yes. So, I'm going to send you a blank screen really quick. and sketch me an emoji and give me a number from 1 to 5. How comfortable are you with best fit lines? How comfortable are you with best fit lines? Sketch an emoji and a number from 1 to 5. So for right now, the next portion, pay attention to this part. I'm going to show you a Nearpod code right now on the screen. Pay attention to this part. For those of you that have not gone to get the syllabus and get it signed. Repeat to your neighbor what I just said, please. All right, write that down, please. For those of you that have not gone to Nearpod, to go to the syllabus, which is almost to the end of the presentation, you go into the PDF format, go all the way to the end of that syllabus, take a screenshot, get it signed, and bring it back on Monday. Okay? All right. That's the code. Those of you that are following on YouTube, again, if you haven't turned in your syllabus and you're attending this course, make sure you bring it on Monday if you're not here. However, if you're following along and you're from another place, then disregard that code. All right, thank you. The rest of us, we're going to stop right there. We're pretty good with best fit lines. Log out. Let's wait for the bell. Those of you that are following along on YouTube, see you guys next time. Peace.